All right. Okay. We'll do some cubes. We're back. We're back immediately. You couldn't stay away. There's too much free content, you know. I've been off my content game.
8 seconds.
Okay. I should just get my timer. This one's clearly not working. All right, be back in 30 seconds. All right. Not want to blame not want to blame the hardware, but you know, the getting 0.00 times in like 100 attempts and then getting 5 in like 10 attempts. I guess it's probably a bad timer. Also, getting .008 is pretty difficult, I think. Oh my god. I've already lost all motivation now to, sorry. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I was like doing 4x4 and I was like, yeah, it looks like I'm a little faster. I feel like if I get a really good average of 12 for my skill level, I'll get a high 25. And then today I was cruising and getting really lucky and I got 25.6, average of 12. And I'm like, well, I guess that's unbeatable until I get faster. It's unbeatable without getting like significantly better. It was crazy. Like, I mean, that's what happened. You get one of those. I was solving well, and I was getting a lot of no parodies. And I got 24.9, average of 5. PB's on 5x5 coming in, 4x4 coming in. That's nice. I mean, it's not like, yeah, it's just nice. We'll go over, 6 final was decent. Mark already posted his video, so we have a lot of good content, so. Well, this will be basically like solve analysis. Oh yeah, if you're tuning in, or I'm planning on keeping this VOD up. Euros 6 final was tonight. Taman won, no surprise there. 109. Zimmerman second with a clutch solve. And then 7x7 finals also online. So we're just gonna go over 6 and 7 finals. See what it's gonna be some old school solve analysis. It's gonna be a classic. But as is a classic Kevin Hayes solve analysis. Oh right, I forgot. I'm used to typing in 6 timer. It will be a roast, of course. Well, half roast. The problem with like especially really quality big cubes is like the good parts are kind of like harder to describe because it's just like, oh yeah, just like he didn't really do anything fancy. He just saw all of his edges immediately and then did them. Like there's nothing really, it's not that hard to explain or analyze, but it's just like ridiculously hard to do. But we'll talk about some of the mental stuff because like people are doing. Zimmerman actually, I was impressed. He was turning. His TPS was very good, like very major championship correct speed. Very like, I was just like, oh yeah, this is how fast you should be turning if you're trying to get low 1 teens in a major final. I'm like, yeah, this is nice. This is some nice stuff. Tamon did. I was noticing. I watched the sixth final live because I was making some edges to the graphics last night, or yesterday, and I wake up at 6. I was like, oh, I should probably check my phone just in case. And then I had like 3 missed calls from Dan Smith, and I was like, oh no, ah! So I was like, it's fun. Like, it's way more fun than being on call for work. I mean, obviously, yeah. It's like I'm like legit on call right now, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta get up and do emergency cube work. I literally like, it was a little sketch. If you noticed anything about the graphics being a little strange in the end of 3x3 round 1, it was because I was like working on those things live, and literally I found the bug. And was like pushing, like getting the thing tested. I was like, okay, just let me to check the log lines to make sure it's doing what I think. And I'm like, literally, like, they are setting up for finals. They're like about to start calling finals. And I'm like, the Euro guy's like, are you ready? And I'm like, literally 60 seconds. I like hit refresh, check it, and I'm like, go. I cleaned it up and like it got it fully working like 30 seconds before they started finals. And worked out, so that was fun. Obviously, not what you're supposed to do. But, you know, I mean, it wasn't too bad. I was kind of bad. I kind of screwed up the graphics during the day, but it was because I put, it's one of those things where, like, I just need to be awake for it. Like, it wasn't, like, a catastrophic failure or anything. It just, like, it's very confusing. And it's one of those things that, like, I wouldn't expect anyone to know exactly what's going on unless you understand internally what's going on. And so, like, and because the timing is not ideal with me on the West Coast. Yeah, because it wasn't like, it was just like very confusing. Like it was like mildly broken, but like the way it was broken was just like ridiculously confusing, which pretty understandable for not, yeah. So also, yeah, I mean, I think my goal this last year has been a lot of skill building for like me personally, which has been really fun. And I still have like a lot of skill building I am planning to do. But the goal needs to switch to like partially we need to start knowledge transferring also, where I'm like, okay, I built this. Let's get multiple people like on like knowing how to use it very, very well, which like takes time. And then okay, multiple people that like know how the software works so they can update it if they want. Like I wrote the graphics and got it going. I will not have bandwidth to like maintain it properly. I'll like have bandwidth to maintain it in the sense that it will work, but not in the sense that like I'll be able to properly support it with new features. Like I probably won't be able to do that like forever, even though like you'd kind of like to. And so like I need to get people on board of like I see that like there's a lot of like things where I'm like, okay, like I know we should do this, so this, so this, so this. And it's like good that I've learned all these things, but I'm like, we need more people to know all these things. For sure. Stream was looking good today, though. I was impressed. I poked around. I watched all the finals. Obviously, I was like making sure I didn't like the thing I just fixed was working. And then I poked around to some other spots. Tamon 5-5 round 1. That was let's get case right. Tamon 5-5 round 1 was solid. I thought Chris was good on the commentary. Chris has gotten so much better. I'm very impressed. Chris was doing solid work. Obviously, like it's the same thing. It's like the exact same problem I tell like. It's like when you are like someone who like intricately knows the event, you're like, oh, that wasn't quite right. And I'm like, no, that's how it matters. It's how it matters. It's okay. Like it sounds good. It's like the cadence is good. It sounds good. Like I'm like, okay, no, it's good. It's the same when like Sebastian was talking to me. I think I made a mistake. It's like I think I made a mistake when I was casting for final last year. He's like, "Oh, that wasn't quite right. Like, you know, like you made this mistake." And I'm like, "Sebastian, you were the only person in the entire world who knows that's wrong. Like, it would have been great if I got it right, but like, it is a lower priority than like the cadence of everything, and it was like adjacent to being correct." Yeah, solid stuff. I really like Henry and Eleanor too. They had a great slot in 3x3 round one. Like especially those like early round ones. Like 3x3 round one takes forever, and like so like filling that time, I thought they were doing really good. I was happy with that too. Very impressed. Eleanor's gotten a lot better. Like everyone's gotten so much better. Like it just like makes sense, obviously. Like streaming in the cube world is relatively new, and like doing bigger productions is very new, and so like having proper caster teams and like people getting used to the environment and the cadence and like being on camera and stuff is like new, and so naturally you get a lot of people who like put in a lot of work and try very hard, and then you can see the improvement like so much because we all have so much space to learn. It's like great of like, I guess like even like I'm not specifically like learning like my casting skill is pretty gonna stay stagnant, but like yeah, just like the last year of like learning about tech and WCA and all this stuff has been crazy because I have like so much space for it because I like knew nothing. And so it's fun when like you can see like year to year and you're like, holy crap, this is like a lot better. Or it's like, yeah, our year over year improvement in skills and like just like the production and streaming world is like so great. And I'm like looking at streams and I'm looking at Osnats and I'm like, wow, like people are sounding good. Like this all stuff sounds like great. Like I'm like, oh wow, it'll be fun. Like I don't exactly like I'm like you're gonna end up with great problems to have where you have like too many people that are good and then you have to pick. And it's like that's a good problem to have. You want to have that problem, that's for sure. Oh man. I did finally see the Bofong video. That's whew. Woo! Not much to it. That's a rough one. That is a rough one. That is a bummer. Wow. World record single +2. The video wasn't like mega high quality, so I couldn't see like what actually like the specifics of what happened. I guess Dylan had like an 8-minute video on it. And Felix had already commented like, how do you do all those moves that fast? I haven't looked into the details. Not like my opinion on a high level 3x3 solve is very relevant, but just like, yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Keyhole, look at that. Oh, he's so good. Whose idea was it to have finals at Euros all 12 to 16 at the same time? I don't think they're all going at exactly the same time, but yeah, I think a good improvement is I think it's kind of one of those things that's not fully standardized, but like having some sort of staggered running at least. You can do it. There's varying degrees, or like you could do it. You could stagger the first solve, and then if you stagger the first solve, the rest of it just kind of naturally gets staggered. And you could go more, and you could like do everything, which is theoretically better. You just have to be very careful to not like. The more you do, the more prone to mistakes you are. So it's like you gotta be very careful with like. You gotta be careful with how much you're doing versus how risky it is, because there's like a limit. Especially as me, who's to be very, very sensitive to like the competitor experience, it's like you can only ask the competitors to alter their experience so much for the sake of production, and like gotta be careful. Like being like, oh, you just gotta like, oh, we're gonna do walkouts, so you gotta be back here 20 minutes before your finals so we can handle everyone and tell you stuff. That's pretty standard. That's the easy one. Hard, yes, obviously fine. But then like For an example of like something that wouldn't be okay is like we're gonna have flashing lights in the middle of your like in the solve to be more hype, but it's like hard no, and so like there's a line and all that stuff, and so like staggered running is definitely a good idea. It's always it's one of those things that's like definitely good if you do it well. Like 3x3 semis at Worlds and NAC this year are like people liked it when it was working. And people really didn't like it when there were issues. And that's fair. And that's like one of the things I'm like very, very like trying to think of like exactly what the trade-offs are and what's worth it and whatnot and all that jazz. One taste of international roasting and I couldn't stay away. Well, I'm watching Taman get a sub 110 average, which is something I can only dream of, and he's making beginner mistakes in the middle of his solve, and I'm like, oh, what is going on here? It just kind of makes sense, though, because, like, when you think about it, Taman's, like, officially, and just kind of based on what you general vibe of how much he competes and the averages and stuff. Like he's like a couple seconds slower than the really, really, really top big cube guys like Lim. And then he's probably like 1.5 seconds faster on 3x3 stage. And his Yao fundamentals are a little better because he's so much better at 5. And so then it makes sense that like where is he losing the time? And so he has to be losing like 4 seconds on like 6x6 specific stuff. So like it makes sense. That's why I'm still on the train of like I'm pretty sure Taman could go after these 6x6. I think like I mean he's already like capable of it, but like I'm like I think Taman could like make some waves in 6x6 if he like really spent a few months being like I'm gonna learn a lot of 6x6 specific stuff. I'm like kid might be able to do some stuff. Like I'm like I don't even know. I think he could get really fast. Tuesday Tips is back. Yeah. What's your 3x3 PB? I got 3.67. My like legit PB is 503. And so it's on my goal list. We are 1 out of 5 goals so far for between now and the end of the year. They already get singles on cam. Sub 5, 20, 40, 105, 140. The sub 40 was by far the easiest. Got that in one session. And sub 20 actually might be the hardest because my PBs are 5, 0, 20.5, 38, 105, 140. So like they're all obviously within reach. We're just getting them another story. So PB for 3x3 right now is 503. I have a couple of very questionable 4s that I will not count. One of which is Smart Cube, which is like definitely doesn't count. Smart Cube, no AUF PLL skip. That's you like the timer stops before you even realize the cube is done. Oops. Alright, maybe we'll switch to do a couple of solves. We're just gonna get warmed up and then we'll look at these finals. Honestly, like, people probably did pretty well. I wonder what, like, Taman did not seem to be very happy with his... Well, he definitely wasn't happy with, like, round 1. Oh my god, maybe we'll look at... Actually, we should take a look at... We won't be... The thing with Taman is that there's, like, nothing to roast on his 5x5. We can look at his 30... He had a couple 32s. Oh my god! Holy crap, actually, his last solve was a huge... Like, he flipped in 14 on his last solve. 14! 14! And I was like... Well, I wasn't actually like that because I'd already seen the results, so I knew he didn't get world record, so I wasn't nervous because I know he doesn't get it. But I'm like, oh man, like, He actually had like brutally rough. It was like one of the like he might have actually like let the nerves get to him because like he flips. Whew, man, 14 like on that 31 average or on that 31 second average of 5. Tamon's 31s were like a combo of either 14-17 or 17-14. So during his like crazy, disgusting average of 5 that he posted on YouTube last year, the solves that had good centers within relative to that average were 14 flip, and he got a 14 flip on the last one. Like he was legitimately pacing 30, which so a bit of a missed opportunity, but honestly, it's a pretty rare thing from Tamon. He does not usually miss his opportunities. So I'm excited for tomorrow. Hopefully, he loves that kid. Just likes the crowd, so he could do some stuff. As always, he's not having a good comp. Was like he got 5 flat, 18. I feel like 18 and 220 averages, and 4x4, 5 flat and 3, 109, 108, and 6, 42, 42, and 7. That's good. 35 to open up. Somehow a disappointing 35. That's ridiculous. Like, it is actually like crazy that like, yeah, Tamon's like a grade 6 and 7 solver. He won Euros. Wait, is it this chord? Maybe it's the chord. He won Euros pretty handily, but like he's actually way better at 5. Like, so much better at 5. Like if he was as good at 6 as he was on 5, he'd like average like 1 out of 3. Yeah, probably. Maybe 2. 5. Like Tamon's 5 is ridiculous. Like it's so good. Like I was actually I should really what I should do is I should analyze that 31 video. But no. We're on Europe's asleep. We got Europe's asleep. It's 1 a.m. in the Netherlands. Europe's asleep. Time to roast quick while they're asleep, roast their solves. Ugh, right. I gotta remember. Turn like Tamon. Or Nam. Actually, Tamon for me personally is not like because he does too much fancy stuff that I'm never gonna do. Versus more Nam stuff is well, a lot of it is too fancy for me. It's more you want to find someone to model your solving after that like is realistic for you to copy. Like here's an NFL analogy. I remember hearing someone being like, oh man, I see. Those last two are hard. It's like, I am not Tamon Koloshinsky. I will never be Tamon Koloshinsky. I will never even, like, it's never, like, attempting to do the things that he does. Like, I shouldn't even attempt to do the things that he does. Because, like, it's like, you're not Aaron Donald. You're never going to be Aaron Donald. You're not LeBron James. Like, LeBron James was basically, like, bred in the lab to play basketball. Like, you're not, like, if you're, like, a really successful college basketball player and you're trying to make the NBA, like, you just cannot be LeBron James. It's just not possible. Like, you gotta pick someone who's like a realistic person to model yourself after. Someone who like, unless you are a prodigy of all prodigies, you can pick the previous prodigy, but like, you gotta pick someone realistic. Someone who like, if you're someone who's like relatively talented and works very hard, pick someone who has clean fundamentals and is also like worked really hard to get, I mean, Tamon's obviously worked really, really hard, but also he just, some of the things he does, like, you're just not gonna be able to do. Like there's a level of practice and there's also this like a level of like innate ability that he has to sit down and just like feed the energy and get like world record in front of everyone. Like, well, it's just like, I don't think that's realistic for most of us. And so like picking someone that makes Like, I guess returning stuff also. Like, you want to watch someone that you say, okay, this person is way better than me, but what they're doing is actually realistic for me to eventually do. Not, okay, this person's way better than me, and like, I don't even understand what's happening. I guess I understand what's happening, but I understand it enough to know that, yeah, that ain't gonna be me. Oh, God, Kevin. Because, like, I do need to start picking which things I'm going for. That one I said I was going to do. And I need to stick to that because that's totally doable. I also need to start... This is good practice, actually. Doing these roasts, these solve analysis is good practice because then I'm like doing my own solves and I'm making the same mistakes and I'm like, ugh, I can't make the same mistakes. I'm gonna like absolutely eviscerate other people for. Although that's like totally what's gonna happen. Tomogo's first ever counting 32 in competition round 1. I could, yeah. Like, he was, we'll get that one too, because this was, he was cruising. Yo, what's up, Jasper? I was so judgmental watching this. You're high too? Okay, yeah, it's a bit out there. This is why I model my solves in Sebastian, not Lincoln. That makes sense, yeah, that's a good, I don't know enough about Pyraminx, but I'm assuming what you're saying seems to make sense. Yeah, like, I look at Nom, and even with Nom's doing too much stuff for me, but like, I'm like, the style is kind of more of what I can go for. Like, I'm not going to ever rip one of these, like, S pushes in the middle of a solve that I saw Timon do once. Like, what are we talking about? And a lot of the stuff that Nom does, a lot of these, like, M-slice clean stuff. Actually, this isn't as hard as I thought it was. I'm probably still not going to do it. Like, not as realistic. But I know what parts are good and what's not. And, like, it's more realistic for me, at least. Even though. I'm very much, like, I need to pick... It's like I have my cycles of like this next year, and then I need to pick like what parts am I going to go for. And a part that I definitely need to go for is how Timon does his like the style in which he builds centers. Because I've been too TPS spammy, that's for sure. Whoa. Oh, I have to decide if I'm going to go for... I'm never going to go properly do... I probably should. I should probably be able to do... I'd properly be able to do... Honestly, this is an easy one to learn, because I can just do it every single solve until I'm good at it. Fourth center on top, on back instead of D. You just need to be able to do both. And I had a debate with Bill Wang about this, and about how theoretically they're exactly the same, because if you do it properly, you neither look at the center you're building on back or D, but in practice, the way the finger tricks work, it works better on back because of your general innate preferences. That back is slightly faster, but obviously the real answer is to be able to do them both. Whichever one's easier is the clear answer, as is usually the case.
Eight seconds.
I don't love it.
12
don't
seconds.
love it. I do like keeping with that one. It's the new thing I'm picking up. The Henry style flip on left. That one works well for me, I think. What is it? It's like the flip on left here. You like rotate down and do that. And I'll use it if I'm on last, because if I'm on last four, like if you're on last four, rotating to the left is just, the odds you're going to rotate back are so high that like it's really rough. And unless like Timon does like this, which is like pretty slick. But being able to rotate, like Henry's last four are like very clean just because he can insert in left, he can insert on left both ways, he can do this and that, and then flip on left, very, this, all of it's like completely seamless. And then you never rotate in last four, which I think has a lot of advantages, for sure. Yo, what's up, Diego? Thank you. Timon literally performs better at comp half the time. Yeah, seriously? Okay, so his average of 12 last year at Worlds. His official solves at Worlds, his average of 12 was like 34, 35, and he was like, I think that's my PB. I'm like, what? What? Like, your like 15 official solves at World Championships is like your PB average of 12, and I'm like, this is something's like, I'm like, do not try to do this, people. Do not try this at home. Like, just don't even try this at home. It doesn't compute. Like, this is like not replicatable. Right, I said I was also gonna learn to inspect this year.
12 seconds.
Don't like that choice. Turning it away from me at the end there. Sure. Oops. Not 78. 78, 92. Yo, what's up, Theo? Nice comp a few weeks ago. SAC, right? Okay, I'm like 99% sure, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Holy crap. Yeah, amazing comp. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is what I was watching. I was checking the results too. Yeah, great comp. Kano record every final. It's pretty that's some real Taman. That's some real Taman level stuff. Oh yeah, and you compete too. Like three comps. Okay. Oh wow, you're dropping a lot of time. Yeah, nice stuff. Nice stuff, and like it's obvious based on your 2 results, you're getting a lot faster. But also like hitting that PR in the final is like there's like getting faster, and there's getting faster and getting better at competing. I'm like, nice stuff. That's good indicators right there. Timofey saying is 4 to 7 sleep for Worlds. Yeah, no one's sleeping. I'll put it like we're not sports betting. I'm like, no one is sleeping 4 to 7 at Worlds next year. No one. I mean, Timon could technically do it. No, there's no way he does it. No. No one is sleeping 4 to 7 at Worlds next year. Like, it's just not happening. Like, I think it's way too hard now. No way. I can't. No way. No way. No one's doing that. No one's doing that.
12 seconds.
Double triple Turning way too fast again. The wrong flip. Okay, I like the selection on that. I think going for I call them the Zimmerman cycles was definitely the right move there, but the execution was poor. But okay, we'll do a couple more. No, we'll look at VODs. A lot of 4 to 7 sweeps recently. Yeah, I mean it's much like given the overlap of M/Ns when there isn't like a lot of like when the talent when you're at the smaller regionals, it's like relatively common for like one person to sweep the M/Ns because like if you have someone who's like world ranked top 10 in one M/N and you're at like just a regional camp, like a smaller national or a US regional, it's like they're just gonna clean house. Because, well, like, yeah, when you get to, like, the bleeding edge, people, like, you're going to run into issues with people like Sebastian and Lim and Henry, or Henry and Dokwon, where, like, every event's so up and down and everyone has their specialty that, like, the razor margins are making differences. But, like, yeah. I did one. It was 14 years ago, but it counts.
Eight seconds.
Wait, Kevin, oh no. some of that was really nice. Some of that was not so nice. But I like the TPS out of the gate. Anyone know my split on that? Learning to flip on left, cut my 6 and 7 L4E time by 4 seconds. I'm gonna drop 4 seconds on 6x6 L4E. No, that'd be something. But no, learning to flip on left I think is big. Like, also just like in that solve, I'm doing inverse flip and I'm like, this is so easy and it's so much faster. It's like legitimately like 0.2 on every one probably. My man started streaming after today's Euro Trash Talk. Was there Euro Trash Talk? No, Euros is great today. Max has a chance for 4P and 7 at Worlds next year. Yeah, that'll be like. Well, I was kind of like, okay, I was more assuming that it's going to be a freebie. Well, not a freebie. I was assuming it wasn't going to be a freebie, but I'm like, I haven't really seen the evidence yet. I mean, there's a whole year. I'm sure someone will come up and be like, okay, this isn't a freebie. And now I'm like, God, how is it Taman, the one that's going to make it not a freebie? Like,
12 seconds.
Getting 142 on the command was the first time I'm like, oh, okay, someone could actually beat Max. Because, like, otherwise it's like, okay, yeah, I guess someone could technically beat Max, but, like, is someone going to rip a low 140 average at World Finals when you know Max Park is sitting there getting 140 at worst? Like, I don't know if I believed that for a while, but now I'm like, God, that kid's so good at competing. He probably just would. But the thing is, like, right now, Taman still needs to get a lot faster, because, like, Max is, like, mean at... I mean, it had, like, world record single in it, but, like, that's the thing with Max, like, he can have 2 bad solves and then just rip, honestly, like, a 129, and it's like, oh, right. Like, he's just that guy on 7. And so, like what Taman is on 5... like, Max is on 7. Like, Taman is... like, Max is 7. Like, he's still the best. I wouldn't even call it particularly close. I mean, you can look at... just look at, like, world rankings. Like, he's the only person under 140, and he has, like, 5 of them. And he's got a 136. Like, yeah, people got a couple good singles and stuff, but, like... But... he's been up and down in his finals and stuff, and so, like, it definitely won't be a gimme. Right now, I'm definitely taking Max. Definitely taking Max in 7 final next summer. I think it might be his only win, but I'm definitely taking Max for sure. It'd be really exciting. I'm like, I mean, what will it take to make final? Like, mid 150s, so it's, like, doable. Like, if I, like, make 7 final, I'll be sitting there being like, should I scratch and commentate? Should I, like, do it? I don't know. I don't think it'd be too hard to not do a world final. I'm fine scratching Nats finals and stuff, but, like, to commentate, but, like, I think it'd be, I don't know, probably not. I mean, he's just gonna prove at 7. He was almost world champion for 4, world record. He was almost world champion for 4. He got, like, 5th. It was a rough final for him. I mean, he did good worlds. He won 6 and 7. He got 2nd and 5 with a 36 in the final. But yeah, 4 final was rough for Max. But no, he's so good at 7. Is anyone even close to Max in larger cubes? Oh, 6 is like a full bloodbath now. Like, the other guys haven't quite hit their, like, they need to get some competition results going, but, like, I guess it's not quite yet. Give it, like, 4 more months, and 6 is a full, it's just anyone's game. There are, like, 6 people that get a 103 mean. Like, it's ridiculous that only Max is the only one with a sub 1. There's, like, 10 people that get sub 1s officially, like. And then 5, he's in there, but, like, I'd say he's definitely 2nd or 3rd in the world. Taman's definitely better than him. But no, 7. Max he's just that guy on 7. I couldn't believe, like, he's so good. He's so good, like, the world record single is legitimately, I don't even understand, like, let me do this all first, I guess, but it was crazy. That was so dumb. Turn slower. Look for your what? Where? Look for what? Oh my god. Oh, I did it correctly. You're supposed to pause if you can't see anything. So good work, I guess. I don't know about that. I definitely. The other thing I said I was going to do, I was going to look before I did things. Pretty simple concept, honestly. Okay, given the level of mistakes. Like 7, like his 7 world record, like I'm watching it. I'm watching the replay. I know he gets 130. And we're sitting there and Edges, like he's still on first stage Edges. And I'm like, how does this solve end in like the next 17 seconds? Like I'm like someone, if you show me that screenshot, like this at like 113, I'm sitting there and I'm like, this solve ends in 17 seconds. Like this is not possible. And then all of a sudden, he has all these partial edges almost done. He just whips all of them together at the last second. He does get a little lucky because he accidentally does. But kind of the balance with partial edges, if you randomly luck into an edge at the part of it, you already have 8 edges done, including your partials, and then you get an easy case. You now have 9 done, but you can't do anything with it. But he had a 9th one done, but his centers were already not very sliced, and so like preserved. So it gave him a nice last 4 edge case. But then it wasn't even that nice. He had a nice start, and then his last 3 edge case, he takes like a second to pause and look, and then he just nails the exact optimal way to hit this like double cycle last 3 edge case. With like obviously perfect like slice move flip, which is like hard to execute at full speed. And let alone Max's burning turns. And then he actually was on pace for 29. He had a slow through I3 stage by his standards. Hit a 7. And like whew,
8 seconds.
That was a solve. That was a solve. Hey, I did a fancy thing. Damn it. I did not. I tried. Hey, trying is good. Trying is good. It's a learning period, you know? Alright, I'm turning this one slow. We're going to do it properly this time. Yeah. That was bad, not because I didn't check. I just guessed, and I got lucky, but didn't do the new flip. Ooh, bit slower than I thought. Alright, we'll do a couple more. Has Max ever considered switching to Yao? I would not even recommend him switch to Yao. His style is so good at Redux. Also, he has just the best no inspection through either stage ever. Maybe on 5, his Yao could be better, but no way on 6. And, I mean, the Max being so good at Yao, or Redux, is like why I'm like, it's definitely not better on 7 still. Will keeping Twitch be ever as big as it was in 2020? I mean, maybe. 2020 was an anomaly of a time for everyone, obviously, so I wouldn't even... It's, like, hard to compare. Is there any cuber who does Rue on big cubes during 3 stage? I don't think so. Do they? Or not anyone super top, I don't think. You think Redux is a good method on 6? Yeah, Timon's 134 had 16-second L4E plus 3x3. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Timon's 134 had 16-second L4E plus 3x3, and he's doing Yao. Max's, like, NAR single, or a world record single from whenever he got the previous one at the major. Was it last year? No, it was like a NAC 2 years ago. Or I don't know, whenever it was. 13. 13 last 4 in 3x3. He had like a 53. It was like 53 into like 30, 40, 39. I was like the things Max does in last 4 3x3, I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I mean, last 4 is pretty is very luck dependent. The good cases take no time. So you can get cases that like save you many seconds.
8 seconds.
I think that was a pretty good idea. Whoa. Just do the normal case. Just do triple sexy. What was that? That was weird. I don't know why I did that. That was a good last 4 edges, though, I think. I think the decision making was a little slow, but what's the point? Alright. Yeah, we'll do a couple more. Well, yeah. Alright. Oh my god, sleep in an hour. Oops. Get on to it. I'm just addicted to cubing. We all are. Why else would you be here? Just watching this guy who you've probably been subscribed to for like 15 years. I guess actually people are pretty young. Probably like 10 years. I'm not picking up new subs now, that's for sure. Alright, the way I wanted to solve that was correct though, so let's do a couple. Ready.
Eight seconds. 12 seconds.
Hit that. Nice. Alright, at least I'm turning the relatively correct, the right speed. What was that one, though? I feel... Okay, we'll do a 3. And then we'll look at... Then we'll watch some high quality cubes. I've been watching it, I just fully sent it as a cubing weekend. Euros is going on, I've been up cubing stuff. I'm like, screw it, we're just cubing. Be up tomorrow morning watching the finals, watching 3x3. Hopefully, Timon's got to save his sci-fi world record for finals, so I can catch it. What time does it start? Oh, it's going to be early. Alright. Let's turn correctly. Ready. Oh, shoot. No, we'll go wait.
8 seconds.
I don't love it. I don't love it.
12 seconds.
I mean, that just had no parity. Otherwise, it was just kind of there. Not doing it out due to political reasons. I don't even know what that means. All right. Yeah, we gotta stay fresh. Gotta comp and Y4 is flying. I got yeah, PBA012. PB. Well, yeah, I dropped to like 1.3 on my PBA012. It was 26.9 and now it's 25.6. Although now it's like quite good because I think I rolled like, honestly, 24 parodies. I probably only got like 7, and that average 12. It was really lucky, and I was keeping well. But it's one of those averages 12 where like you get it and you're like, whew. Yeah, that ain't coming. That one, that's peak average 12 relative to my skill level. Foot 3 and 4x4 now. I have crazy AO12s. Like 3x3, I got a 7 flat. Because I counted I was on fire and then I counted the 5. And I'm like, okay, this is just never beatable for me. Ready. Obvious, mega obvious yellow. If I should do it correctly. That into that into
8
that.
seconds.
Could go for all 4 here, but no.
12 seconds.
Oh no, what did I do? That's weird just because, not because I made that mistake, it's not like that crazy, but where I sliced the edges already solid, but like I didn't realize I made it, which is bad. Underwater 3x3 world records? No. Do not try that at home either. But yeah, in Korea, someone came up to me and was like, Kevin, I did 16. And I was like, you win. Like, that's very impressive. I'm like, what did I do, like 12.5 once? I think if you gave me perfect conditions at the pool with like all the time in the world to do unlimited attempts, maybe 15. This guy was like 16, and I was like, you got it. It's all you. Hats off. Yeah, no way. Alright, let's do one more. Okay, smooth. Ready. Yellow.
8 seconds.
Where's the extension? Oh, it's right there. Done.
12 seconds.
That was a mistake. Oh, that's a mistake. Into easy case. Can he recover? Yeah, not bad. Double. Okay, one more, because that was pretty solid. Big mistake. I got some easy cases, but also I just need to remember to add 0.2. I need to add 0.2 to my OLL parity execution to save on average like 0.3, because like if I just go 0.2 slower, I nail it like 100% of the time, and if I rush it in an important solve, I hit it like 50% of the time. And when you don't hit it, it's real bad and 100% better. And like really nice practice, maybe push a little bit, but like, yeah. All right. Ready. This is not good.
8 seconds.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
12 seconds.
I hate it. You see, that had a decent idea, and then I was like, oh, I have the start down, and I rushed it. Oh, I should do the new one. Okay, well, I learned a new E-perm also. Okay, one more. I learned a new E-perm yesterday, because Zimmerman did it on the last solve of 7x7 finals. He did this E-perm, and I was like, what? Is it easy for big cube E-perm, and I'm using some garbage? So I had to learn that. There's a couple more 6x6 last 2 edge cases I need to learn. So I learned them all. They're not that many. Yeah. Mostly, there's a couple of improvements on the ones I already used, and there is one that's like newer. All right, here we go. Okay, yellow. Yep, yellow.
8 seconds.
Two more. 17 years of one more solve still prevails. Yep, maybe. Yep. Just a little bit. He said scrambling is his negative fifth more solved. Alright. We're gonna finish this meter 3. That last one was good in the sense that it's like how I want to solve. It's the real key. Alright. Ready. I don't love it.
8 seconds.
Go for this even though it's weird.
12 seconds.
Wait, that was only an 80? What? What did I flip? That felt decent. What was my flip? Let's find out. Let's just go check. Oh, okay, that's why. Flip was a bit rough. Okay, flip was 47. So 33 at the end. Okay, that's appropriate. That's fine. I was like, why did that feel better than the time said? Yo, what's up, Q Wizard? What's up? Alright, last one for real. We're gonna stop 120 meme, even though I have like 5 of them now. But still nice. Slow. Ready. Slow turn. White. Is that obvious? Not that obvious, but we're going for it.
8 seconds.
Actually, definitely.
12 seconds.
Shoot. That was really questionable decision making by me. Holy crap, that was amazing decision making by me. I'm a genius. Are you kidding me? Well, at least I have the replay. Oh man, it must be the cord because this timer works fine otherwise. That last 4 edge, ooh, nice. All right, let's check. I'll just. Oh, we'll do one more. Dang it, that one's definitely sub 120. Okay, started at 40. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it was 116. With a 44 flip. Because my edges were fine, and then I did like... What was my last 4? I had a nice last 4. 138. Holy crap, that was amazing decision making by me. I'm a genius. 7 on last 4 with parity. I'm digging it. That's good for me. Alright, last one. That was a 116 though. It was like I checked. Might have been a little earlier because I started late. I started high 40 and I ended at 16 mid. So probably 115. Maybe 115.8. Actually, yeah, I definitely started almost 141. Alright, last one. Someone yell at me if this timer doesn't start. It's not funny. Ready. That's the speed I want to be turning because that was good because I was seeing stuff.
8 seconds.
Do I want to go this next?
12 seconds.
See that last 4? You see that last 4? Okay, one more. See that last 4? That was slick. That was slick. I mean, I got lucky at the end, but like I set up because I did this. It's like what I was talking about yesterday. I did the start well, so I had an option for my second part, my last 3, and then I hit it. Oh yeah, the last 4 was good. The edges were rough, but the last 4 was good. I did 43, okay. Yikes, edges are brutally rough. Oh no, Kevin. 17 for first 5. I hit a minute here. I hit this nice cancel case, even though I kind of messed it up. And I see this. 6. Ugh, and then it's misslice. Alright, not bad still. Alright, last one. Review. 18, 15. Ready. Probably white, yellow. Should we go this yellow? Oh man.
8 seconds.
This order here. We could go that and then that. Yeah.
12 seconds.
Yeah. Oh right, I did that last solve I did, the fancy, I did edges on... Oh my god, Kevin. Oh my god, Kevin. Oh, okay, never mind. I did center on back, or I like just switch centers halfway through. Okay, last one. Wasn't paying attention. Okay, here we go. Really clickbait title here. The roast of European big cubes. Only just been glazing Taman for like 30 minutes, and then the other guys are pretty solid. Alright, here we go. Last. Okay, probably should have scrambled this a little more, but you know. What are you gonna do?
8 seconds. 12 seconds.
Oh, should have stopped while I was ahead. Uh-oh. This is why you never do one more. Okay, we can still hit a reasonable last 4 edge case here. Actually, yeah, wow, we definitely can. Ooh, that was nice. It wasn't fast, but it was a good selection, which is the thing I need to get better at. Okay. 47 flow. Alright. No more clickbait. Let's get into it. Here we go. I guess I'm gonna need my cube. Yeah. I can get my keyboard going. Let's do keyboard setup. Let's do keyboard setup. Alright. We're talking Eurostream. Alright. Let me just get this set up. How many ads are there on the YouTube stream? Let's see. I want all my suggestions coming up.
Yeah, we're either.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, we queued for an hour because I said one more like 800 times. But you know, what are you gonna do? Classic me. We are here. Yeah. Okay, so here's the Eurostream. Let's do what should we do first? Six final. Yeah, everyone loves six final. Everyone knows everyone thinks six final is the best final of the whole weekend. So
it's a wonderful.
Where are we? I'm messing around with the graphics right here. Okay, we're gonna check out. Just in the interest of time, we're gonna watch Taman and Zimmerman because it'll be the most unique.
109. Good.
And also, I have a tendency to make these last forever. It doesn't have. Yeah. Okay, so also just a note on anyone who's building a live stream, like the overhead cams are really nice, but they're just so like the angled overhead cam. It's just so hard to like. You can just like if you scrub through like some of these are like Zimmerman's is better, but also be like there was one like. Oh, look at this one! Like this is great. Like. You could even be a little further over the shoulder, but like it's just so finicky. It's like one of those things where like if you get it, it's definitely like in terms of like directly overhead versus the shoulder cam. If you get the shoulder cam right, it's better, but it is difficult to get better. Because like this looks great. Like this is great. We're pretty zoomed in. You can even get cameras that have options where you like zoom in manual, like remotely and stuff. And then like for events where you know the cube is gonna stay here, like you have options, but like. Because this looks great. Like I can see everything. The angle's good. The cube is relative centered enough. Like this looks awesome. It just like it's just hard. Especially when you have a bunch of these. Okay, so what are we looking for? Well, now let's go back.
Some ridiculous results. Yeah.
Oh, Taman's already done here.
The
This is a slower average for Taman, so it's not like. Okay, so.
Will tease have not the slot.
Just at home.
Okay,
Practice.
Okay, so we got a decent enough view. We can see what's going on.
Fold.
Take it.
Let's just check a look. Let's take a look here.
Just at home.
We're obviously
Practice
going white. Oh, this is...
Hang on.
Woo! What is he going to go for here? Because there's another 2x1s.
Over.
Okay, we're half a second in. We're slowing down. Wonder what he's going to go for. Okay. Oh, look at it. Yeah. So we have some options here. Depending on the all other stuff, you could build a T. I can't see the rest of the cube. Yellow's not actually terrible here. Wow, yellow's not bad here either. But I'm assuming this white looks like the easiest. You can build a T. Let's see what he does. Let's see what the rest of the cube looks like.
Fold. Take.
Go mute it. Yep. Whoa! There was another piece there? All right. Nice start. Nice start. And then he's planning third. Oh, looks like he saved that. Wait, what? Did he go doubles? Oh, no way. No way. Wait, no, he didn't. How did he get first center done so fast? Okay, wait 1 second. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's a really easy case, but still, like, he's done, like, and then flip, and then insert there, and then... When did he have time to solve the second middle bar? Okay, so, like, 2 bars is done here, like, instantly. This is an easy case, because, like, you have this white here, so you're going to pair this corner to this, like, you're going to pair this bar, and then, it just lines up, or you could even use, no, you can't, but, like... Okay, so he inserts there, and then, holy crap, really nice first center. It's like really nice. And then this is just okay. I thought he like did double centers here, but really nice first center. Pretty easy to start on the white, on the yellow. But I think because I think he has just like yeah. So it's easy yellow, but like nice clean stuff here. Kind of rough last bar, but that's still only a 14. I felt really fast. Huh. Okay, well, pretty normal then, actually. Really clean. Wow. The first one was super fast. What happened? What happened? Oh, okay. YouTube. Okay, he's at 14. First one, very nice. Look, very nice. Maybe this is planned. I think the stream is buffering or something. Yeah, the stream must be buffering. Like, okay. Nothing too. We missed a bit, but nothing going. That's that. Pretty nice stuff. Decent case. Hey, you did the right one. Look at that. Nice. We were complaining about this yesterday where we did the wrong one, but this is definitely the right one. Like, so we're here. Yeah, nice stuff. Insert, how does he do this one? Okay. That works too. Nothing wrong with that, I don't think. So you can do this a couple of ways. I mean, he's got a lot of, you got a lot of blocks to work with. Like, I do think I would go, so he has this, like, he has a 3x2, like, he has a 3x2 down here, like this. He has this 3x2, except he has this 3x2 where it's like this and this whole bar is done. And so you can bring this up and then solve this bar. But also, if you happen to have something like, if these two are already together, like, say like this, if you have like this, something like this here, it's not, like, you can go, actually this is pretty good, you go here, and then you can just double that up. And so, it's fine. It's not, like, this isn't like some disaster mistake, it's just like, this is like a 6x6 thing where like for your first 2 bars, you do solve your first 2 bars, but like kind of in a way where it's like, yeah, we're really looking to solve them both at the same time if we can. And like this one, it's slightly easier to solve them both at the same time. But this is fine. This is nothing. And then he does this, cancels there. That's the normal case, right? Ooh, okay. Well, he did it like this as a nice finger trick. Yeah, so he brings this down to like move the piece out of the way and then flicks that back, but then only pulls down R wide 3. Yeah. So that actually like, because he did that so smoothly, he like lost no time. Oops. I always forget this. I literally like 100th time. I've been doing this for years. So like he's here and like so okay, finishes red. He's here, right? Yeah. And so he has the finished piece right here. Like he actually has like so many options because like look at this top. There's a 2x1, 2x1, 2x1. But you're gonna need to like you have to move the front face at some point, and you have to move L to move your cross edges out of the way. And so if you do it in this like combo way where he pulls it and then he does the slice at the same time, it like works out extremely well. And this is okay, this is a pretty basic case that like you should just know. Yep. So like I don't even know why there's just like a lot of these 6x6 cases where you just know them after you've done like 10,000 solves, where just like you're gonna slice this up, you're gonna like it just makes sense, but you're gonna slice up this middle piece, and then you're gonna U2 and you're gonna insert this piece, and then it's like this just cancels the. You're not gonna. There's many of these where there's like 2 relatively intuitive ways to solve the last bar or the second to last bar, and you just pick the one that can't like deletes your the com at the end. Nice stuff. What split do we got here? Ooh, that's a 37. That's fast. That's fast. I mean, this one was clean. Like we only had like a super big. We only had like a tiny nit. What was his He had 14. What was his cross edges? This must be pretty decent. All listeners. All right, we didn't really see. Because you still got one more cross edge at this point, right? Okay, well, it's really unclear, but really solid stuff. 37 here, and his last 2 is fast. He got a good case, but still, like, so like 37 mid. We're at this point, we're on pace for like mid 1, mid 1-0. Nice stuff. Good D moves. This is good. Like, I mean, it's unfortunate that you're, in a major championship final and you're pausing like this for someone who will rarely pause like this. But like, we talked about this before. It's just like, this is how you be like. This is how you have. Like, if you can't find anything, you do not panic. Do not panic. Like, look. Like, that was a lot of moves with it. Like, there was like 3 seconds where there was like not a lot of moves, but there was a couple moves when almost nothing happened. But that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Yeah, this is just shaky. Like, the edges are just rough here. There's just like not much going on. It just he's not finding them. He's got that white, yellow, red sitting there for ages, but because we're set. Yeah. No, this is actually like brutal. Yeah, this solve was on great pace until like because we're at 52, so it's 15 seconds for 3. Like a good split here is 11, and we just hit 15 for 5 edges. Like, yeah, because like if we're sitting here at 48, we're looking at a low 1, and now all of a sudden we're looking at a mid high 1. Also, this is a nasty case. Like, and then he gets just this disgusting case. Yesterday we were talking about he was getting very good cases. This is a nasty case. Let's see what he does. This is like, I think it's one of the ones where like, I'm curious what he does actually, because the bad cases get quite bad. Like, look at this. There's nothing here. Like, this is kind of like, it's like there's kind of stuff, and like, if you really go with your U wides, like, Tamon is, like, be fine, but like, there's just nothing here. Like, Like, he does this first flip, and, like, nothing is solved. Like, what has been solved? Like, he did a slice up slice, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, this is still a bad last 4 edge case. And he's already done something, and it's still a bad last 4 edge case. Like, this is an awful case. It's hard to see last 4 from this angle. Like, okay, red, blue. Oh, what was that? Whoa, what was that? Wait, did he make a mistake here? Okay, wait, something's weird here. Okay, rotate. He's got this just disgusting case. Slice, slip, slice to solve. Because he's going blue-orange, I'm assuming, and then he... No, blue. There's 2 blue oranges there. It's just a little annoying because I can't see the left edge very well. Okay. Oh, he went for blue-red because that's what ended up being solved? Yeah. Must have been blue-red, right? Okay, so we got 3 pieces of blue-red there. Okay, so all he started with, the only thing that he had to start with, the only 2 connected solved pieces were the middles of blue-red, which is pretty nasty. With nothing else, I'd probably recommend going for, you just cycle all the middles and you try and do it in a way that, like, you smartly do it in a way since nothing is connected. In general, in a case like this where you have a 2x1 in the middle, so you basically have, for your 4x4 last 4, you have 4x4 last 3. Solve 4x4 last 4, but slice it in a way where you're going to get a 3x1, and then you can go from then you'll get a decent case. But this is also the slight danger of, so like I almost, this is way too fast to not be the case. A lot of the cubers will do the trigger to pull your edges out, like this thing, and then get set up for cycles. We'll do that every single time no matter what. And on 5, I think it's definitely fine. On 6, I think if you're like Zimmerman style, I think if you're really, really good at the very bleeding edge of high level, you might be missing some stuff. Because I think, like, the cases aren't as good. What you're gonna need to, like, maybe you still want to do the trigger, but you wanted to pull out 2 different edges, or maybe you actually want to do a Zimmerman cycle. Like, it's not necessarily gonna be the best option. Like, doing it every single time instantly is not rough. Like, you're gonna get cases like sometimes you're gonna roll really unlucky where, like, probably would night, like, it probably, if, like, I think, let's check out what he had actually. Like, he's here, and so he has this, like, and he just, like, goes into it, and, like, maybe one of these, it looks like this one might have been oriented properly, but, like, if you're some, like, these 2 edges are oriented correctly, so if you rotate and pulls out, if you pull out the back 2 instead, you can do that cycle to solve your 4x4 inner edges instantly and get a better 5x5 last edge case. Which, I mean, like, you need to be some, like, it's always, this is the thing I've thought about a lot, like, you need to be some, like, recognition god to, like, understand what the problem with the last 4 is, like, what is worth it and what is not worth it. And, like, just ripping this, like, trigger to get your pieces out is, like, not, I don't think it's that bad. Like, on 5, I think it's, like, almost certainly the best. Like, I think it's Twan does it, but, like, on 6, I think if you got really, really, really good at recognizing and, like, there are some cases that will just be right in front of you and you'll just do them where you don't do that trigger. Okay, I think you should be aware that, like, sometimes it's obvious and there's a, like, just ridiculously easy case right in front of you, and if you truly 100% of the time do the trigger, that's a problem, because, like, you should at least be able to identify the, like, less than 1% case that's, like, completely free, and you should just do that. But actually properly looking, like, maybe not that necessary. On 7, though, I think you need to look. Because on 7, a Zimmerman cycle is going to be the best option, like, a half the time. Like, I think you need to look on 7. You have so much more time to, like just ripping turns and stuff. Like, I think it's helpful to look. Because, like, 7x7 last 4 just gets so complicated, and there's usually some, like, really, like, the best solution is so much shorter than the medium solution that spending a second to find the best solution might be better, but 6x6 is kind of a toss-up. And so, like, this is, I don't hate this. I think it's fine. But yeah, you do, like, this is a ridiculously bad case he gets, and, like, you run the risk of, like, when you get a really bad case, you're not set up in this awkward position. Because he slice, flip, slice. He slice, flip, slice, and, like, this case that he did of Alg, and he has a worse case than he had on all 3 solves yesterday, after an Alg. And then he pulls that out, which is, and then he does another slice. Okay, so then, I don't know what the point of that was. And then he has this flip case. Okay, and then he does that. Wait, what? Why did he do that other slice of slice? What did that accomplish? And then he undoes that? Okay, I mean, this is just, there's just... And then he flips that, and then he gets to... Then he's like, okay, then it's 5 last 4. This is weird, though. Okay, yeah, I mean... Yeah. This is just... I mean, this is bad for Timon, I'm sure. Like, we're just... this is just actually... This is a rarity from Timon, where you're just actually seeing him spam moves because he doesn't know what to do. Because that was honestly brutal. Yeah, I mean, he has 10-second last 4 with, like, this level of TPS and no parity. Yeah, I mean, it's 10 seconds last 4 with that TPS and no parity. That's... Yeah, it's nuts. So that's, you know, it's, you hate to see it, because, like, what are we sitting at? Like, how many algs are we doing here for this last 4? One, 2, mistake, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus a mistake. That's a lot. That's a lot. And no, yeah. So, that makes sense as we're going through it. We're like, what's going on? Yeah, it's just what's going on. And then 102 Redux. Because, yeah, I mean... Oh, yeah, that's... And then you get a... Okay, yeah, I mean, he's pissed about it. Like, because, yeah, this is the face of a man who just had a great start and then just, like... Because it was what? It was 37, so it's 25-second just edges. That, yeah, that's... Like, 37 leads into, like, 26 full solve. So, yeah, 27 just edges is pretty brutal. So, that was tough. Alright, Kieran's gone. Let's go through. What is he at? Kieran's got no money more. Whoa, what was that? Okay, nice. Oh, he's doing partials too. Look at this. Yeah, okay, so Kieran's also got partial centers going. So, like, he did, oh no, he didn't know. He's got a good case. There's no way he knows this is going to cancel. If he knows this is going to cancel, this would be crazy. Hit that, right? Are you... What? Oh, it doesn't cancel. Okay. Oh, he does the advanced thing. Oh, nice. I've known about these for years. I should really start using them. All right, here we go. We got some learnings. This is some 6x6 specific knowledge we got right here. This is nice. What does he do for this case, though? This is... I would just go... RYD prime RYD prime R3, RY2. He looks, and then he starts that, and then he goes for... He slices up into that. But now he has it sliced up. What do you do here? Okay, I'm missing a couple of frames, unfortunately. What? Oh, and then he slices back. Oh. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't like that. And then he just solves it like that? Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Here we go. So what he got is... What do you have? He has... I'm so bad at setting these up. No, he has the center in here, so he has this. Yeah, he has this. But like, yeah, he has this. But it kind of ignore the pieces that don't matter. And so he does like he wants to go these two and this one and this one. And so he slices that. He does like a double slice here, and then it's 2 gen with a wide 3 moves. But like, if you do this, you can go here. This is like a similar thing that Taman did, where you go here. Well, ignore this piece. We're just going for 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So here. That's definitely, yeah, that's way faster. But what he does do is this thing is nice. So yeah, that's, I was surprised. This is one of those things that you probably just learned like 15 years ago and never like updated. Because it's like juxtaposed with what he's about to do on the next thing, which is extremely advanced and like very marginal, but like very good. And then he hits this. This case is like pretty annoying, but like if you can just burn it out, especially if you got lefty U2s, you can just rip it out. You know, you do your insert into com, but you can do this, boom, and then he does. It's like inverse double sexy, and it's much faster, which I had to pick up because it's totally worth it. This is a great like. It's actually like whoops, thanks. Like this case right here. Yeah, this case right here is like one of those advanced 6x6 stuff where like you hit this and you can insert this. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. You can insert this. You can insert this bar here, and then you could do the com, but you can also hit this advanced. You do the slice, and then you do inverse double sexy, and you this is actually like screams I've been doing Yao for like ever because it's like some really advanced thing that's like very good and situational, but like totally worth it right after something that like you probably just learned like 15 years ago and forgot to update. Yo, what's up, everyone? How's it going, Alexi and Parker? Oh, and Derpy's here. What is thoughts on Henry's 6x6 solving? I feel like he's potentially the best. Oh yeah, Henry's like really strong. I think he's also extremely strong under pressure in competition. He's got an interesting style because he regrips for every single flip, but it works and it's fast. And other than that, that's his only weird fundamental, but it works very well. And like, I can see it. He also he's a really good mental. He only practices when he feels good. He doesn't practice. He doesn't force it when he's not feeling good. Like, I can see it. I think I could see him. I could see a lot. I can see good results. He's got really level headed too, where he's not gonna like burn out by practicing too much. Like I can see it. All right, now we got the green edges. It's gonna be tough to watch. My ability to look. Okay, here we go. Oh, what are they flipping? I guess. All right, 43 for a little slow, but it's like fine. All right. A little too many moves for ordinary. That's not bad. Okay. Wait, what are the... Oh, no. Oh, no! The stream buffer, and we lost it. I'm like, what does he do for this case? And I'm not going to be able to see it. Wait. Oh, he does some advanced... I think he does something advanced here. Okay, he's able to finish. Okay, and then he saves this one. Interesting. No, he doesn't do a save. He just... Do you see that coming out? Yo, this is what I'm talking about. All right, okay, here we go. Like he does this, right? Yeah. All right, here's what we're talking about. This is the difference between Taman and like this is the difference between someone who does Yao on 5 and is just really good at Yao versus someone who's like a 6x6 guy. Because like, oh yeah, look at this. It's once again, it's a little hard to see because like I would need a more higher camera angle, but like, okay, so. You finish his edges, and he's like, okay, he's on last 4, and then he doesn't even do this, like, he does this flip, Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, he just flipped to save. So he saves white and yellow. Yes, okay, so he's on last 4, right? And then he saves white and yellow. And then, if you notice, the white and yellow is now all oriented correctly. The whole edge is 3 pieces are right here, and the last piece is here. And he knows this is one of those instantly obvious cases. So the pieces are right here, 1, 2, and the 2 last ones are here. And so he just pulls out this back edge, goes slice, slice. So 3 slices into 1. And then he inserts this edge right here. You could have done that RUR prime, but I also would do U2, even though it's this is the same old school type stuff too. And then you insert, and then like he has this sets up into a nice case. And then flip here, right? Are you going all the way? No. What are you gonna do? Oh no. It cuts out. I wonder what he does. Because what you should do, you got a couple options. It's not a great case. Given that you should have pulled out, it's just not that was amazing. Well, we don't know, but nice. That was nice. That was cool. We love that. That's some. That's like actually, it's funny because watching Taman and Kieran stalls juxtaposed against each other are like, it's like there's like it's actually like very obvious where they get their speed from. All right, 114. Nothing crazy. All right. Okay, Zimmerman's going. Also, this is how fast you should turn. The turning speed is like, look at like the cube holding. And just like the turning speed is appropriate for the skill. Oh, what was that? Oh, he does the thing also. Okay, everyone's doing the fancy stuff now. Okay, I had to get on my game because look, he gets the same thing. He has one of these cases, and then you just do the slice, and then you do a double sexy, and then you're going. And then I saw red green before he. Oh no, he's doing red blue. Okay. It's just like Zimmerman's intuition and knowledge of like how does he know when to flip? It's almost impossible to like because he has 3 flips and then like there's a rough like what was the center split actually? 34. Ooh, 34. And he is like very edge focused. Interesting. Oh, and then he did that into that, and then he has that. It's pretty nice. He's just seeing everything. It's just like the way the edges are so smooth because it's there's not that many moves going on because you actually don't need that many moves when you're doing a redux. Like here, like here's an example here. Like this is ridiculous. Like. Oh look, this is all solved. This green and red here. Green and red is now solved here. And the last green and red is like right here. It's right there. But he like knows it and like holds it. And it's like, oh, okay, I can do red and green. I can do red and blue first without messing it up. And then I also just did red and green. Or actually, never did it. Oh, it's actually, never mind. Okay, well, maybe you just didn't see it. There's a lot going on. But like, it's still pretty solid. And then he has 3/4 of it. I'll save it for later. There's still one more. This is one of those things where you get into partials where you did 9 edges. Here, look. This is a little bit of a trap. So right here, this blue and yellow is like done. There's 3 out of 4 blue and yellows, but this is his 9th edge, and so he has to slice this blue and yellow into this awful edge, like this awful center orientation, which means it's going to break it up. And so this is like, it's just one of those things. This can happen on Yao too, where if you're doing a little bit partials, you got to keep track of how many edges you've done because you can't. Solving 9 edges on accident is bad. I was actually watching Dokwan warm up at a comp recently, and like on like 20% of his solves, he did like a 9th edge, and I was like, that's a little too much because like sometimes. There's a balance. You should be doing a 9th edge sometimes because like it should just like fall into place and that's random. But like you gotta be careful about how much because there's like a relative balance of how many 9th edges you should be doing because if you're getting it every time, it means you're wasting time. But if you're never getting it, it means you're not like taking advantage of what's happening. So we had 56. So we hit 22 for first 8. That's a little rough. Okay, nice. Good cycles. Pretty standard stuff. 8-second L4E, nothing crazy. Oh, yeah. Classic big cube only redux. Just the transition is so brutal. Okay, there you go. Ooh, don't miss that little skip case mark. Yeah, it's a pretty rough one. Just if you're following along, like, this is a classic, just like, this is like all my solves look like. Like, it's just the really rough transition into 3x3 stage where, like, cross takes, like, is it 104? Like, cross took 3 seconds. Like, ugh. But that's, yeah, okay. So this is the pure case, which is this one right here. Yeah, it's just R prime. You just do R prime and then you do the alg. So he's about to do it. R prime, alg. And then you do R prime, yeah. It's even better. You really should, like, you should recognize double parity at that point, which I don't do, but you should. He might have done it there. Sorry, Janos. We're going to go on to Timon and Kieran. We'll do Timon, Kieran, and Mark. How long has it been? Already, like, oh my god, it's 5:45. I think we're probably only going to do 6 by. Maybe we'll do 7 by 7 tomorrow night. No, I probably won't. I've just been on full, like, I'm, like, living vicariously through Euros. It's been pretty fun. All right. Kieran's going. Some of you guys cube first. Where are we at? Where are we at so far? Is that 28? Oh, 24. Okay, it's not terrible, but it looks a little shaky. It's okay. Okay, nice last 2. Oh, how do you skip that? What do you do? What does he do here? Actually, I want to know. What does he do here? What? Well, I'm not doing that. What? What? He gets this nasty case where he does outer bar first, which I'm a little surprised by. Or maybe he's doing top first. Is he? Okay, because you can do either. He's got both. No, he definitely goes outer bar first. Which, in this case, he is white for. He's going for white. I mean, this is a no com case, though. Yeah, it's like a really annoying no com case. And then you have this. Oh, God. I don't know about that. Seems nasty. I mean, you have one of these no com cases that's just like spam moves as fast as you can. Because you're here and you have this gross case, which, like, if you insert this whole thing together, you just get a double com, which you actually get. You have to know it mirrored, though, which I don't know if it's reasonable. You get one of these fancy last two center cases, but it's not mirrored. You get a double com, which is disgusting, but, like, also you can obviously solve. You can use the 2 wings on the bottom center to solve the 2 wings on this piece without breaking up that. It's just like you can solve this with this, like, basically 2-gen spam, but it's just a lot of 2-gen spam, and it's like it's so much 2-gen spam. It's like actually it's one of those things, like, it's just disgusting to do. It just feels so bad, but, like, I don't know if what he does here seems so, like, it's not that fast either. And he does, like, 4 slice moves. It's like, okay. Okay, I gotta regen it. What is this? Because, like, this is just like one of those, it's just an awkward, it's just like so much 2-gen spam here. Okay, because, yeah, what does he have? He has, oh, because I can regen it from, I can do it from, wait, no, I can't. Okay, wait, he has, does he have this? Okay, he has this, but we're going to do a redux style because I'm unskilled. No, but he has this. He has the outers together. No, he doesn't have that. He has this. No, he doesn't have that. He's the outers together. I want these two switched. Wait, no. How do I do this? I've always been so bad at setting these things up. There it is. Okay. He has some sort of this. It's like, I don't know what he has in the bottom here, but it's something like this, which like, this one, you can do this. Which, yeah, you're going to hit every single time, and it's super easy, but, like, there's a lot of moves I just did, and that's one of the easy ones, I think. I don't really care, like, to dive into the nitpickiness of this. I think if Karen's used to this, it's probably fine, but, like, it's just kind of one of those weird cases where you can, like, this is like, oh, you can solve it in 2 different ways, and you can just, like, save the com, but, like, this one is, like, just nasty. Actually, could you have done this another way, too? No, you never break it up, yeah. And this one would be easier. What do the case studies have? Oops. So it cancels into that. Ow. Alright, we'll keep going. That's fine. It's just kind of one of those, like, really annoying move cases. And it's just, like, really annoying to solve. Alright. What their split here? Ooh, nice. 40? Not bad. We're on pace. Pace for like 112. Nope, should probably put this. Okay, sorry. I got it myself this time. Nice stuff. Nothing. What did he hit? Yeah, okay, never mind. It was a little rough on the edges. Like the edge pairing is not as. I'm kind of getting the vibe that he's not finding enough pieces or like not as many pieces as Tamon before. Like you want to find, like, on 5-5, you got to find all, before you start doing any moves to solve an edge, you got to find all 3. I mean, especially on they're like sitting right there. And on 6, I'm actually like, I think you should find all 4. Because they're also kind of sitting right there. And so I'm like, Tamon just like looks a little cleaner. This is a bad case. Because what does he have? He was 43, right? Into it's not too bad. Oh, wait, never mind. What? Oh, wait, no. Okay, wait. 55. Okay, so he had 13. 56. It was 40. No, it was 40. Oh, it was 40. Right, okay, that makes sense with what I was saying. I was like, what? How is it? I was like, it didn't look good enough to be 50 or 40, like 12. Yeah, it's 40 into 55, it looks like. Yeah, 55. So 15 seconds for your 5, which is a little off the pace at this skill level. He actually looks, I think, and then does the trigger. This is not a good case. Yikes. Like, I mean, this is just brutal. This is like the thing. Yeah, I mean, like, is it, like, it's just a disgusting. Oh! This is, okay, this is like the old school Yao thing that I, like, cannot get over. This one's not as bad, but, like, he has, like, honestly, a just nasty case. Like, this is so gross. Which I'm kind of curious how he solves it. Does that, inserts there, nice stuff. Like, nice stuff, very nice. So, this is a debate. We're here. Say we're here, right? Say we have this case right here, right? We need to do slice up, slice twice. You can do slice up, slice, or you can do slide, you can do flip, and then you can do slice, and then you can do slice up, slice. Or you can do one of these. Or you can just you can flip it up. You do a slice up, slice over here. For that case specifically, because it's like a little awkward to do that one, it's not as big of a deal. Cases though, I see people do stuff like this, which drives me up the wall. They'll do, like, they'll have this case. You see this? And they'll flip this, do that, and then rotate, and then do the last 2 edge case. And I'm like, what are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. No rotation. F prime. The case here is pretty marginal. Like I'm curious what his split was in this last four because he is like I think he does a good job of it. I'm not gonna spend 8 hours in this video, but like he does it like this is he gets like an absolutely nasty case and like because he's 55, right? He looks you can see him look. Sorry, one sec. Oops. You can see him look like. He finishes, and then he looks. He does a quick look. And this is the thing that I think is worth it for 6, is you do that quick look, because sometimes there's some really obvious stuff that you don't want to miss. And that quick look takes a couple tenths, does a look, and then he does the trigger, because he has just nasty case. And then, yeah, he pauses, because he just got one of the worst cases I've ever seen. And then he's just so many moves. Honestly, he got 9. He got 9 on that, like, no parity. Disgusting case, and it's fine. Like the TPS, like this is one of the things where like I think Henry would hit this in like 8 or 7.5, just with the same solution, just raw TPS. Like he just rip it a little faster. Kieran's TPS, like in some situations that are simple and awful, you just got to do a lot of turns. This is kind of one of them, but not bad. All right, and then I don't know anything about 303, of course. Soon, parody. I'm assuming he does the parody correctly. Everyone knows those. Yeah, you did parody in J-Perm. Is Taman's last solve right? All right, I think that was pretty standard stuff. He's on 32. Whoa, we're cooking. Let's at least grab the last. Let's grab the last 2 stars. I'll just make sure we hit it. No. Ah! You know this guy doesn't do 6x6. Okay. Like, come on, 6x6 mains, you know what we do here, and it's not what Taman is about to do. He's right here. He's right here. He's right here. Do not insert. Do not insert. U prime. U prime. R wide. U. R wide prime. And then you will then insert, and then you don't have a comm case at the end. But instead, no. This is the mark of someone who's just ridiculously good at Yao and has not spent enough time on 6x6. Like, he's like, hitting this in a 39-second flip is crazy. Like, the juxtaposition is wild. Like, this isn't that advanced of a thing. Like, this is not advanced. This is medium, high, medium advanced. But, like, we're hitting a sub 40 flip with this in it. Like, fundamentals must be crazy. Like, just the raw fundamentals to carry yourself. To like overcome stuff like this, to hit a sub 40 flip with like, honestly, you probably lost like a second on this. Oh. Actually, this is a curious one. You have this green and white 2x1 here. Like, do you just like do a U prime R2 to save it? I don't know. I've been thinking about that. I wonder at what point do you save this green and white 2x1? If it's a 4x1, you obviously save it. If it's a 3x1, you probably save it. If it's 2x1, it doesn't take that long to save. And then what does he do? Okay, and then he has that. Whatever. Just a lot of moves. U prime R. Oh, you can do R, right. Or U prime R2. Yeah, U prime R is even better. Yeah, just go U prime R. He's gonna do U prime anyways. Yeah. That's so funny. This solve is like Taman's 6x6 solves are actually like so funny because there's just like random weirdness in them. All right, nice. This case actually, I think, is one of those things you kind of just see it, but like you shouldn't need to do 2 flips. Like. Yeah, this is a mistake. I'm actually surprised he makes this mistake because, Hi, buddy. Come here. Hi. I know. Hi, buddy. I'm surprised he makes this mistake because the edge is, like, right in front of him. This is just one that happens when you're on solve 3 of a major champ final. It's not like it's one of those things that like everyone like he obviously knows. He just like didn't see at the time. We're right here. Oops. Your last like the green and white is right here, right? And now green and white is here, 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 and here. And he flips and solves this piece, and then flips again and solves this piece. You just solve this piece first, obviously, and then flip. Like, this is just one of those things that, like, this is just, like, it's just the last solve of a major champ final, because, like, Tamon knows what he's doing. He doesn't, like, this is just, this is one of those things that happens. You're like, oops, I would never do that at home. But, like, that just happens. Nice stuff. D2. Oh, that's crazy. The D2 with ring pinky while holding it like that. This is something like this is just the like, and this is why he gets away with like not having some 6x6 fundamentals, because he's picking up time like just every little spot. He just picks up a 10th, picks up a 10th, picks up a 10th, picks up a 10th. Like the advantage Tamon gains on the field is just hidden in all these tiny spots where he's more optimized because he's so good at 5x5 and so good at Yao that he's picking up a 10th here and here and here and here and here. And then like, but like, yeah, like his 6x6 specific knowledge is lacking. And then he like he's picking up his tenths in all these random places. Then he loses a whole second randomly. And that's like, I know, it makes sense. It's just like, this is why I'm like, I swear to God, this guy could like actually mess up the 6x6 world record if he just grinded 6 for like a few months. I mean, it'd be a lot of work. It's not like you could just like waltz out and do it. But like, I think like if you put in a lot of work on it, he could he's got a lot like he's got a lot of easy time to pick up. Like the tenths that he's picking up with the Yao fundamentals are so hard to pick up. Like they require years of practice and like optimization and all this stuff. I mean, like that second and a half he's getting at the end of 3x3. It's like, okay, yeah, you're gonna learn 500 ZBL algs and then 400 ZBLS algs and then average 4.8 in comp. Like that takes a lot of effort to get 1 second. But he has that whole second at the end. He has all these tenths scattered around. Picking up, like, the 6x6 easy fundamentals like that second we just saw, like, you could do that in an afternoon. I mean, you could learn it in an afternoon. Getting it auto in your mind, it's like, it's still pretty easy, honestly. Like, that type of stuff. Alright, so we'll keep going. I imagine this is just going to be some clean edges. We flipped in 39. This last solve is, actually, it's not that great, so. Surprised he, okay, yeah. Flipped in. This is totally fine. Yeah, he gets. I remember watching this live, and I was like, he's getting way worse cases. So he has 12 for first 5, totally fine. Especially with an extra flip in there. Yeah, he's getting not the greatest cases. Like his last 4, this average is probably a bit higher quality than yesterday's, even though it's a second slower because his last 4 is just like so much harder. And last 4 is like pretty huge. Like this is just another nasty case. Like. This is gross. Okay, saw centers. And it's like, yeah, this is like, what does he do? Tamon does rely on TPS in his last 4, because I haven't seen anything like... He's like inserting and then slicing, and then inserting. It's like, okay. It's like, insert like that, UI. Let's see, is he gonna... Okay, no, it didn't. But this is a spot where the Henry flip would actually... Being able to flip on left reliably would be like... Like, maybe he saw it, the whole thing, but, like, we're in this position right here. We're right here, right? And so, like, if you're holding the cube like this, say you don't know what this last edge is. Let's say it's in the back for story. Let's say you don't know what this is. Like, and you have a slice on left in this position. Like, you want to be able to Henry flip on left. Being able to flip on left smoothly and quickly, like... Because, yeah, he slices here, and he's got the last edge in the back right. It might not be as convenient. This one is totally fine. Actually, I think in most of the cases. Because you've never... Actually, maybe this one is not a big deal. I guess it's when you have 2 edges. Oh, it's when you have 4 edges left. Okay, I think this is what I just said was wrong. It's when you have 4 edges left, and then you'd have 2 here, and you have a 3 cycle. Like, you have 3 cycle, you have 3 edges left, and they're front right, back right, and top. You're probably going to have to rotate back a lot of the time. And so not having to rotate back by doing a flip on left is like a lot. Is going to be better most of the time. All right, because he gets a nice I would imagine that just based on what I've seen so far, that a lot like this, like the fact that it cancels into like an easy case is unplanned. Here at the end, he did start with some nasty work. Like actually, the last 4 edge jobs that everyone's been getting in this round are gross. Slice up, slice into that. Okay, there. Hit that. He's got last 4, 5, 5. Oh, okay, nah. Actually, no. I'll give him credit for this. He knows what's gonna happen. Yeah, yeah. It is a 5, 5 last 4 edge case. He knows what's up. He definitely knows what's up. Yeah. All right. Once he gets like the goal here, I actually don't like. I was nitpicking the flip, but I think overall, given the just disgustingness of this case, it's like not bad. And then because he does what he does. And then he does a. Because what does he have? What is his base case? He did 3 cycle into. Yeah, okay, never mind. This is normal. Sorry, I was like, what is my brain doing? This is normal. And then he has an annoying slice of slice to finish off centers and gets the last 2. Yeah, it's like a redux to 5 high edges, which I mean for this case is awful. So like there's probably some more advanced thing to do, but I don't really know it right now. Redux in the last 4, and it's probably gonna get like a 5 on 3x3. Because what's the split on this like last 4? Where is he at? Because he has a good start. Because actually, we're cruising here because we went 39 into 12, so we're at 51 on last 4. So like 51 into last 4 is we got some potential. I mean, we're not sub 1 potential, obviously, but like we got good potential. It just this is brutal, yeah. And he's turning fast, and like it's just so many algs. Like a 9, he got 9, no parity 9. Like no parity 9. We just saw 2 of them. Actually, yeah, Kieran and Tamon both just got no parity 9s. Like it's brutal. It's just like, and it's just like, there's just like not anything you can do. Last 4 is just like, last 4 is like more frustrating than parity sometimes because like, there's no thinking as well. Okay, if you're really good, and I probably should like, there's not as much thinking in parity. You just either get it, or you don't. The last 4, you're like, I got this disgusting case, and now I have to think about it. And it's just like so annoying. And nice EV to finish it out. 108. Yeah, this is honestly like, this is a great solve. 108. With 1 parity on top of this, just awful last 4. Pretty solid work. Anybody? All right, let's see. Zimmerman's got one more. All right, because Kieran's done, right? Yeah, Kieran's done. Zimmerman's got the last one. Oh, we're not Zimmerman. Oh, this one is moving. Yeah. Oh, this one's nice. This one's so nice. Because, like, Zimmerman obviously is very Max style in the sense that, well, Zimmerman's like New Age Max, where, like, weak centers, really nice edges, but Zimmerman has all the edge tricks, like, so many edge tricks. It's this thing I was pointing out yesterday, is this hand position being comfortable is, like, so, like, it works. If it works, it works. Like this push, the push he does here, like, it's crazy. Okay, actually, let's look at the centers, because I know, I'm sure you'd be like, let's see what's going on. Because, like, although this, I think it's like 26, so I'm like, there's probably not much going on with these centers. Okay, a little weak. Nice luck. I guess 29. What is he going for here? It's like, he's going for green, right? Yeah. What does he have? Just go R, slice R, unslice. Probably a slice R, unslice. Yeah. This one's not, like, there's not, you can do a few things, I think. I'd just, like, slice this up, R, unslice. What does he do? Oh, hey, that's what I've done. Look at that. Nice work. Slight hesitation, but It's fine. And then this is the thing that Taman might make. Like, this is another one. This is one of those, like, Zimmerman's going to do it correctly. This is an obvious, like, this is a obvious, no, this is an obvious no, calm last two bar case. You just gotta make sure you don't, because this is paired. You gotta make sure you pair these two wings onto this. You can do R wide, U2 R wide prime, and it'll make a bar, but then you'll have a com. You just, like, he definitely is alright. Yep. And then this is like exactly the case that Tawana had in this solve and he didn't do. Actually, Zimmerman, you can save a move here. Like, you should just go straight. You don't need to do. You should go straight into this from here. Doing a U prime is a waste because, like, start with you do R start here and go R wide, U prime, R wide prime, U2, R wide U prime, or yeah, R wide U, yeah, R wide prime. Like, this is marginal, obviously, but like, we are trying to average like sub 110 with Redux, and your centers are weak. Like, this is important. Like, this is like the kind, like, actually we'll talk about these centers because, like, it's just the slight hesitation and the slight sub optimization is like is what I see, and then he hits this last one, the double U2, very nice. But like 29 being extremely good is like 29 needs to be a lot more run of the mill essentially for like where you need to be. But let's see, because he's at 13. Yeah, it's just a little. You're doing Redux centers like. You're doing Redux centers like you should be just burning moves. Like, you should be burning moves and it should be efficient. Like, Redux centers are so easy in that sense of like. You just got to absolutely be destroying moves and it should be earned. Like, it's just, yeah, I don't know where. It's always interesting because I was always surprised that Max was weak on centers, and then like my PR single has the same center split as the world record for 7x7. Like, no joke. I don't know. Centers always made sense to me, and I could never do edges. But like when I'm watching this solve, I'm just like, there's nothing like wrong. We're generally finding there's a couple optimizations we're missing, but like we're generally finding the right moves. The TPS just needs to be like two higher, and there needs to be no pauses because it's like your edges. Like, I feel like on edges, your like brain is running so much more. Like, edges are so much harder. Redux edges are so hard, and you just absolutely tear through them like nobody's business. But then like Redux centers are so easy, and I'm seeing like a lot of pauses and stuff, which is just, I don't know. You already know this, I'm sure, of like the centers being weak. But 29, good start for Mark. And then, I mean, edges are going to be slick here. I remember what, God, it's just like, this is the stuff, it's like a fully different, I guess it's like the fully different brain of like Redux style. Cause like centers are so burn it out as fast as you can. It's easy. And edges are so like taking as much information to make the right decision. Because like, even here, like, when I was doing Redux, I never had, like, I'm like, yeah, I should probably look to decide which, like, because you can slice on any, you can pick any of the three axes to slice on. You should pick the best one, but like, I was never like able, like, this is like, he looks, and then he sets up, and then he slices on a different like axis, like, because it's the best. Like, this is how you do edges properly. And then like the TPS we're seeing here for edges is totally appropriate and like extremely earned, and like it's clean and smooth. And I was a slight mistake there. Yeah, there's just exec error, right? Yeah, double up. But I recovered from the exec error pretty well. It's just, and then the blue and white just like fell in, and then green or red into that. 1 second, buddy. Come here. I know. I'm sorry, honey. It's okay. We're almost done. And then it's just so nice. Like, the color neutral, like, Max does a lot of partial edges with white, and he hits it like every single time perfectly. But like the raw color, it's just like, this is what, like, if Max had like, Max is like better than everyone on 7, and he's like not that fundamentally good at Redux, like, because he's just like not in like a bad way. It's just like he came up in like the late teens. Like, this is what redux can look like, especially on these edges. Like, and then hits this. Like, what would we do? Like, it's just like, it's just, this isn't the greatest case, but like, and then hits that. Like, what do we have here? Okay, actually, it's a pretty decent case because he's got this red yellow. He's got 3. He's got a 1 cycle for a full bar, so it's not that bad. But like, it's easier than the ones Demonic Kieran had, obviously. That push. Interesting, actually. Interesting. Wait, what? I'm confused. How did you do red and yellow here? Okay, wait. Because is it right there? What? What is going on? What is going on right now? Because he just red and yellow. What is he doing? What is going on? It's right there, right? Okay, there it is, right there. And then, yeah, no, it's on the back. Okay, it's on the back. No, it's not. Yeah, it's gotta be right there. Okay, so this is actually a pretty good case. What is going on? Oh, and then I don't know about that. That looks like a mistake. Cause like, what do we? Oh, wait, but no. Even then, like, why did we do that? No, I think it's a mistake. Cause like, we're right here, right? You got like, he does a double slice, slip, slice. Like you red yellow are 1, 2, 3, 4, and he does slice the U wide 3 over and flip back, and then he does another U, which I'm arguing. You can message me if I'm wrong here, but like, shouldn't you just slice? You should just slice this piece right here, especially because you shouldn't set this up into a cycle because this is not a cycle case. It's a 2 flip here, so if you this will get solved also. So like, yeah, you should just slice this piece, right? And then solve it, and then you'd have a solved edge. So yeah, this looks like a mistake. Because that's like 2 slices to do that thing. I mean, it solves 3 of a major championship final, so like, I'm not like saying this is some crazy disaster or anything, but that was nice. Let's just double check what he had here. What was this case? Oops. Okay, it has this. This goes into that, which goes into that, which goes into that. What does he do? Can't you do... Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Because there's no parity on this, right? Oh, there is. In this case, Mark, when you want to do... Because you do slice, like... I don't think you should do this. Actually, like, you definitely shouldn't do this. This is bad. You're here, right? Like... And there's nothing joined, like... This is not solved. Like, this, the key is also, like, this bottom left under your left thumb is not worth preserving at all. And so what what you do here is you do a flip. You do a flip, and then you slice up slice to solve. You do a flip, and then you do another slice up slice on red white. But if you do D wide prime and then flip, you do slice up slice where you do D wide prime slide flip back. That will leave you, so that's the same as the slice up slice. And then instead of this will leave you with a cycle. And then with this cycle, you can influence what last 2 edge case you're going to get based on the rest of it. So you should, yeah, definitely. I think almost certainly this one. D wide prime, flip, D wide, and then U wide prime, insert this edge, however, the best way you're going to get your last 2 edge case. And then, you got parity, so it's going to be some garbage. But like, unless you knew, because this is going to end up with This is going to give you a inner slice parity case. There's no way you know that. Is it? Wait, it's going to give you... It won't necessarily give you an inner slice parity case. Well, wait. It would give you... Because what is it? What color is this? This would go boom, 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 boom. I think it would give you... Unless you knew this was about to give you an inner slice parity case, but that'd be crazy. In this specific case, it might be a bad idea because I think you get inner slice, but like... Oh no, but there's so many moves. You do so many moves here because you slice, you flip, you put this back, you do that, and then you... Wait. Mark, you can just do... You like insert onto right, just do U2F, and not even U2 because it was already there. Like, you're here, right? U prime F. And then you can solve it vertically. U prime F, RY3 flip, back, and then you're already set up in, and then you save a rotation actually because of the case you're going to get in this specific instance. You would do that, and then this would already be on the vertical right here, and you just go straight into parity instead of having to rotate and do a U. So, yeah. Actually, this makes sense because with 29-second centers, it is, this makes sense now because Mark's centers are way faster than this. Mark's edges are normally way faster than this. This is a really nice 3x3 stage though. Like, this is extremely good 3x3 stage for like, it's not like, I mean, it's not like crazy fast or anything. It's just like, what? It's just like, this is how you solve 3x3 stage when you are not good at 3x3 and you're in solve 3 of a major championship final. You just let it roll. Like, you don't go too crazy. You just let it roll. No overturning, no nothing. You hit your moves and you close it out nice and smooth. Nothing to it. Wait, are we only 2 solves in? Oh my god. Alright, well, we're gonna go a little forward because holy crap, I spent way too long on this. Okay, we're only gonna stop for things that are really, really interesting. But yeah, that made more sense because Mark had 29 into like 32. And 32, that's like really unbalanced splits for Mark. Those edges were pretty weak. That makes much more sense. Because I was like, what's going on? Something seems weird. Yeah, 29-32, which like if you're a very centers heavy solver, you're like that's a centers heavy. Those would be like my splits on 111. But Mark is like the inverse. So yeah. Alright, when we stop with something's crazy, because somehow I somehow can just talk about cubing for way too long. Overall, it's a nice solve. I really like the end of Mark's solve. Like a lot of this stuff is like a lot of this advanced stuff, yeah, it's good and you should know it and you need to be technically sound, but like also not having a smooth 3x3 stage on solve 2 a championship final will cost you 5 seconds, which will need 100 tricks in the solve to make up. And just having the wherewithal to be like, just calmly breathe and do a smooth 3x3 stage saves more time than like any trick in the world. And so like, it's like hugely about both. Oh, Karen's shaking a little bit here, but oh, buddy, it should be okay. Oh, nice M slices here. Very smooth M slices. The guys, oh, these are really clean on the M slices. Wow, really nice finger check. Oh, good wide moves too. Really like that. Oh, I'd use more of that. I'd use more of that. That's good. That's a Yao thing. It's much more useful in Yao. Oh, that's probably interesting. I just. What do you have? Interesting, he looks first. I wonder what he's looking for. Oh, this is a wide move to insert. He's looking again. Like what is he looking for? Actually, I'm curious what he's looking for, because like, you just insert this red bar. What is he looking to influence? Like, what is he picking here? Is he picking insert with wide or left? That's interesting. Okay, really easy last 2 case. Ooh. Did he save any of this last 2, or is this all happenstance? He might have saved. Maybe he did save. Maybe that's why he's looking. Because white, he would have saved white. Is he saving white? I don't think so. Maybe he was. No, I don't think so. No, he's got a good case. Nice execution. Nice everything. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice stuff. 39. Nice pace. Good blue-yellow here. Hit that. Rough finding it, but you know, it happens. It is solve 3 of Major Champ Final, which I've said like 5 times now, but this time it's real. He has like a little like limb style. What was that? I don't know how much I like that. I saw Nam do it once, and I just saw Kieran do it now, and I'm like, the MU2 M Prime? Well, this one didn't even solve a full edge, so I'm like really... What's he going for here? What does this accomplish? I'm a little confused with this accomplished. Wait, what? All of a sudden he's done. He's at 54. He's at 53 on last 4. What is he hitting this last 4? He gets like an 8. 1 second, buddy. What is this? Okay, so Kieran, you can tell me about this. I'm very curious. Sometimes it's one of those things. Also, like when you're analyzing like solve 3 major championship finals, like the solution, the answer might just be, "Oh yeah, I panicked." Like, which I mean, if you looked at any of my solves, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I just panicked." Like, you're splitting up yellow orange, but like, I don't. It's already split up. It's not attached. Also, like, he's definitely not, because it's not together right now. I'm really confused. It doesn't seem like it, because this case is... He has a triple cycle. Well, I'm confused. I don't know about this. Something was... And then he triple cycles that, and then he triple cycles... What the hell? What is going on? Pulls that out, and then he inserts that, okay, with that nice thing there, and then he flips that, and he solves, I'm assuming that's solved, and then he flips that, and what? Okay, there's no way this is planned. This must have all just, like, kind of fallen in, because this is crazy work. See, what? Flips that, and then he inserts that in the back, and then he solves, and then he, what the heck is going? Okay, the last part made sense. Something is weird because he didn't solve anything at the first. I think the first 2 things almost didn't do anything. It kind of seemed like. I'm confused. Someone lets me know what's happening here. I think I would guess that this is probably just solve 3 of Major Championship Final nerves. Because like I'm not sure. There's not like a lot of like it's just like stuff is getting paired together, but it's not like great. The MU2 M Prime didn't really make any sense. Alright, yeah. He's looking for the white. Wait, he's looking for the white bars. Okay, let's double check. He's looking for the white bars. Did he solve 2 on left? He did have a really easy case, but like. Wait, this is the ultra solve. What am I doing? What happened? Where did I go? What happened? Doesn't quite have 2 solid on left, does he? Okay, did he do it right here? There's definitely not 2 solid white bars on left. So I'm not exactly sure what, because he's just going to keep that bar when he moves up. If he does the normal insert, he's going to get a normal case too. Oh well. Honestly, pretty normal stuff. I think it was just a little nerves on the last 4 edges, which, I mean, you get to the last 4 on a getting the last 4 edges in a major championship final is just nasty. You're just like, oh, please give me something easy. I don't have to think. The colors, the blue green really like throws me off. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, once again, I have no idea what that was. Because he does that and he still has a bad case. And the end of this kind of falls in. What does he have here? 101, so 20, it was 22. It's pretty good. No, it's okay. It's normal. It's like 12 and 9. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Parity. Oh, double parity. Unlucky. 16-2. Alright, okay. We still have 2 more solves somehow. Oh my god. It's only been like 3 hours. Alright, okay, we're only stopping for important stuff. What he said before, and then he took him like forever to do anything. Alright. Tamon's going. Alright. 13, 14-ish. Alright. Having a rough time finding his pieces, but he is pausing like you should. Good Yao, especially on this step, we'd expect him to have amazing Yao fundamentals. Although a little slow on the cross edges, I think. What does he end up with? Orange came together nicely. I think that's a 12. Yeah. What does he get in the solid? It's like pretty good, right? Like he must like back half this thing. I feel like he had a bad center split and then he just got crazy. There's a lot of moves going on right now. He did 24 and he ends in 16. That's a pretty good split. Very good center split. 16. I don't see. He's just flying. Okay, what order is he going here? What order does he go in here? He's going red, right? Yeah. Okay, nice. Nice. Yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is fast. Oh my god. Like, I'm having trouble tracking it. Hi, buddy. I know, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble tracking it. But, like, this is really nice stuff. Like, when it's more freeform, this kind of makes sense, too, because he's on the more freeform center part, which means that, like, the Yao fundamentals will come into handy a lot more. I know, buddy. I know. I know. Almost done. We gotta watch Timon win Euros. Alright, nothing to do there. Coming into getting a 40 on that split, like getting a 16 on that center is very nice. Alright, then he hits this lefty, the lefty move, very clean. Oh, this is what, yeah, this is... That's what it's supposed to look like right there. That's what it's supposed to look like. That level of speed, just like this is what it's supposed to look like. Like it's just speed when it's appropriate and looking speed until let's look, and there's something easy, and all of a sudden boom. And we hit what are we at? He's at 41. $51. 10. 10. 10. That is what it's supposed to look like. 10. Let's see what it is here. His last 4 is just a lot of moves every time, yeah. Oh, hey, let's see. Look, Tamon did the right thing. Not surprising. He has... Yeah, he just did F prime into it, yeah. He still gets a 9. Yeah, Tamon's last 4 are, like... These cases were much worse, and he's getting 9s on them, which is fine. But yeah, there's nothing, like... It makes sense, because it's very... Last 4 for 6 is pretty specific. Yeah, getting a 39 with a, or sorry, 29 in the back half. Like the back halves were very strong, especially with like the last 4 cases. And then one more solve. Okay, here we go. Oh right, god dang it. Is it 30? So we're at 32, and he's already flipped once. So centers must have been solid. That's just so good. It's really nice. Orange, blue. Oh, but he knows it's there too. Yeah, and he hits that. It was orange, yellow, and orange, blue. Very nice. Very nice. Green, white. What I'm learning is that the whole world needs to work on our last 4 edges. This was nice. That was nice work. That was some nice work, I think. Like the pause, know what you need to look for. That was pretty nice. 52. Good pause. Nice last 2 case. 6. Yeah, it was not a hard case, but still hitting 6 is hitting 6. Getting 6 at the end of the championship final. It's all 3. Like that's nice. I don't feel like going deep into this case. Like it's a medium difficulty case, and Mark. Oh shoot. It's a medium difficulty case, and Mark nails it. And it looks correct too. You take a little pause. Like you pull this out. Like does he must have looked before. He just pulls it out instantly. It's not a bad move for Redux, I guess. I don't know. Mark knows much better with these. Like he looks. What does he do? Oops. I'll just slow it down real quick. Right, oops. He decides that's actually not a good idea. Very nice, yep. Oh, nice. Nice work here. This is what it looks like. Because he goes red-green here. Because red-green is... Yeah. So here it is. This is nice. This is... Red-green is... It's on the... Yeah, so red-green is right here. These two. Oh, let's slice it back. Red-green is this piece. These 2 on the right, and then the bottom right, bottom left in the back. It's the bottom one. And so the correct is this. D wide, yep. Flip, yep. Insert. And then make sure you pick the right way to reinsert, which this one is... Alright, he's definitely going to do, I'm assuming. Or you get a good case, at least I'm assuming he needs... Like, you got a decent case. You got a great case, actually. I've never been as good as predicting this end part here. Because you had... Actually, I don't... You could remove from the back, right? Because you have... Oh, never mind. This is a slice up slice. Yep, never mind. So especially for Redux, you could also here... Because I think... Yeah, you would break it up, so I don't like... this is not something I do in this solve. So under Mark's right thumb is a 2x1 red and white. If this wasn't a 2x1, you can just go. If that wasn't a 2x1, you can just go slice this to the right, insert this, and slice it back to solve. Do a cycle and solve this whole edge. Your edges will now be front right and back, and then you can do an F prime and solve the last two vertically. Which also vertically is often for the last two is like gonna be the same speed, and for redux it doesn't matter because you have the fluidity, you have the flexibility to switch to vertical. But in this case, because it's a 2x1 and you should just be preserving stuff in generally, I'd probably stay as is. And then nice, and then nice, and then you get a nice case there at the end. I wonder if like this is. I mean, it's not too hard to see this one. Like, does he look? Yeah, yes, because like he looks, and if like the naive. In most cases, if it's not this specific pattern, you'd want to pair up the middles a lot of time. So you get a 5x5 last two edge case. But in a specific case, if you insert it like this, you get a 4x4 last two edge case, which is obviously better. Probably at even higher level than I'm capable of explaining right now. You'd be here, and then you just know what case you're going to get on either way you insert, and then you just pick. Because sometimes the inner slice cases are like better than like the Garbo. Actually, no, you always get 5x5. You probably only do this if you're going to get, like, you only insert it like this if you're going to get a 4x4 case. But in this case, you do, so you obviously do it. But normally you do it the other way. Normally you'd insert the other way. But yeah, you get a 4x4 case here. So, like, nice stuff there. And then, so 58, much better cross. That's like, the defining part of, like, a bad 3x3 solver on Redux is, like, did you get a good cross or not, is, like, everything. But like 13 with parity, not bad. Overall, nice work. And that is, yeah, that was it. So, well, we spent like 2 hours going over like 9 solves. There's a lot to know in these things. Honestly, yeah, I know. Sorry for the clickbait. I don't think it was very roasty, unfortunately. More like people are actually pretty good at cubing now, so there's less roasting to do. Mostly, honestly, roasting Taman for having bad 6x6 fundamentals, but also that's just like, it's funny because he's so good at Yao that like he gets away with it. But that kind of like explains to you why, like, it's like a good example of like how he's so good and why he's so good. It's like Taman's good at 6 in a very different way that everyone else is good at 6 because it's mostly skills transfer. And yeah, he could pick up a lot of stuff, that's for sure. Yeah, pretty solid stuff from our podium at Euros. Definitely a couple mistakes here and there, but I mean, talking major championship final podium, like you'd expect nothing less. And the real key also, if you're noticing, like no disaster. Like that's the huge key, because like you're doing 3 solves in a major championship finals, you are not getting through these 3 things without making at least one obvious like, oh my god, I'd never do that at home mistake. Like maybe you could, but like I saw a couple of those solves, I was like, that just straight up did nothing. Even Taman, who's extremely strong solver, like. He did a flip that accomplished nothing. Zimmerman did a couple of slices and sliced back. Kieran did a couple of things that looked like they did nothing. Like, you're not going to get through these finals without making some mistake that, like, accomplishes nothing. And or, like, you're like, wow, I can't believe I did that, or I never did that at home. Like, that's just not going to happen. The key is, when you do that, and you make a 1.5 second mistake, you do not let it become a 5 second mistake. You don't go, oh my god, I can't believe I did it. This solve's over. And actually, you're fine. You're still on pace for a great time. You can easily pick it up later with like an easy case or just like a nice trick. But you get Kareem's out of control, your mind totally goes off base, and then you let a 1.5 second mistake become an 8 second mistake, which like legitimately will happen. Like a Lockheed PLL, a really rough OLL, those things add up multiple seconds at a time. A bad 3x3 stage where you're really shaky is like, could be like 5 seconds. Like, but yeah, this is like, these guys did well and they didn't let that happen. And like, so yeah, like you're not trying to be like, you could sit here and be like, oh my god, I should have had this. Like, they're not sitting there, shoulda, coulda, woulda stuff. It's like, yeah, I made my mistake and then I didn't let it affect me. And like, that's how you do well in these finals, is you power through. You say, this is expected. The point, I'm expecting to make a couple slip-ups. The point is to keep my composure and go through. And I'm going to make a couple 3 second mistakes. I'm going to make like 5 seconds of mistakes in this average, and that's fine. Because I'm not expecting to get lifetime best right now. that'd be ridiculous. I'm just trying to perform well under pressure, and that's what the good people do, and that's what we saw them do just now. So, yeah, it was more fun like 7 years ago when everyone sucked, and people's center fundamentals were terrible, and there was so much more to roast. Now people are pretty solid. Honestly, I swore I said like 8 years ago when I was doing these things, like if people were good, I'll like praise it and I won't hate. And now people are pretty good. And yeah, overall solid work, especially like even though I was commenting on these like normally I'd be like it's pretty solid, but like even given the context that this is like a major like a Euros final, very solid stuff. So yeah, long stream. I'm probably not gonna chop this up right. I could upload like a 2-hour video. That'd be funny. Now I'll probably sleep this up and then I will just like timestamp the analysis in the description or something. But yeah, that was a stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We had some people coming. Nice to see Cubers I noticed popping by. We will be back at some point. I mean, this was like I was vicariously at Euros this weekend, but we'll probably be a little more chill. But yeah,